how do we actually direct our negotiation lens on our own behavior? You know, in negotiation, I've been teaching, for years, the importance, if you want to negotiate, is, you have to be able to put yourself in the shoes of the other side. After all, negotiation is an exercise in influence. You're trying to change someone's mind. How can we change their mind if we don't know where their mind is? So putting yourself in their shoes is key. But what I've found over time is actually it is not easy for us, particularly in conflict situations, when we're in the heat of conflict with our business partner, with a teenager, with a spouse or whatever, to actually, it's not easy for human beings to put ourselves in the shoes of the other in those moments. And what I've come to see is there's an antecedent step. There is something missing. It's not easy because it's not easy for us to listen to the other side because there's so much going on in our minds that we can't really hear the other side. And so what this requires is the ability to put ourselves in our own shoes first. In other words, to listen to ourselves. And I know that sounds funny, but after all, are we already not in our own shoes? But how many of us can honestly say that we actually listen to ourselves the way, in the empathetic way that a good friend might? Because instead of listening to ourselves, what I often find, and I see it in myself too, is that we engage in a lot of negative self-talk. Our inner critic is very active. I never should have done that. That was a failure. I did that wrong. I won't make it. Psychologists estimate that we may have as many as 60,000 thoughts in the course of a day. The majority of them are negative. There's an old saying that goes, if we talk to our friends the way we talk to ourselves, we would not have any. So the alternative, the psychological antecedent of putting yourself in their shoes is to put yourself in your own shoes. When I was sitting with President Chavez for a moment, what really helped me was that I'd taken a few moments when I was waiting for those 3 hours, just to listen to myself, quiet my own mind. So when he began shouting at me, I was better able to observe what was going on for me. I could see, my jaw was tensing a little bit, my cheeks were reddening, I could notice a little bit of anxiety, embarrassment, thinking, okay, all my months of working on this conflict are now going down the drain. By listening and paying attention to those sensations and emotions inside me, I was able to let them go so that I could then give my complete attention to President Chavez. So the question is, what if before a sensitive meeting or a phone call, we could take just for ourselves, and even in this busy lives of ours, a single moment of silence just to listen to ourselves, clear our minds, focus on what's truly important. And if we did that, maybe it wouldn't be so hard to listen to others.